Anyone else not here in this town?
Yeah, just about here in the edge of the town.
Thanks, I thought it was just me.
Wait, he's actually saying something? I don't hear him either.
I don't hear anything
Can't hear
Michael's
the
saying.
engine. Can't hear the
Yeah, I
engine.
was
Or
mute, sorry. My mic was off. I just realized it. Okay, what I was saying before, it was just taking a closer look to the line going up the mountain, but we'll go back to that anyway. So it's fine. So that was a 59.3. Then
Good grief.
we'll go corner by corner, and lap was done on the out lap mode, so it different from hours of practice, so it was colder than hours of practice, where I was around 18 to 20, I think, and it's just a bit different. On you have like perfect tire every time, so that's why it might be probably faster than what I could do in hours of practice. So now we'll go corner by corner. So coming to turn one, stop right here. So you have a couple of things you could take a look here, and turn one's very important. So you could gain or lose a lot of time here because we have the straight that is after that that's pretty long. It's not the longest, but it's enough long, and but it's easily you could take that corner really poorly, I will say, and not carry enough speed. You will see you could carry a good amount of speed here because of the camber that we have on the corner. And what will be important is when you get back on throttle for corner one. So your braking reference for here, you have a couple things. You have it's just past the 100-meter board that you have there. So I'm looking at where the Audi sign changed to the ice brake sign, where the black start. So that will be where I'll be braking when I get to here. So this is my reference for turn one. So yeah, it's a nice corner. You will brake in a straight line, see, still straight. So I'm gonna slow the car as much as possible, and then I will be coasting through the corner. Just let the car go like here, and you have a lot of camber, and when you get to the apex here, you back full throttle. And what do you want to do on the exit? You want to put your right tire on the green stuff, like right there, and then you have, after the curve at the end, you have like the triangle shape for the pave. So that's where you're coming back on the track. So we'll go slowly from here. You'll be able to see it, what I mean. And on this lap was a little bit aggressive, so you could hear the TC and all that. Like the car is not pushing forward as much as possible. You'll see. I was right at the limit. Then you come back on the track for here. So let's go back, take a look quickly. Brake at for the black starting. Go close to the apex, but you don't want. There's a lot of curb here that you don't want to touch those curves. You just want to go close, and it'll be similar to pretty much all the curve here. We don't attack it like some other track because they are just too stiff to get on. See, there's a big height difference, so that's why we don't want to go that route. You want to go on the wide line that it's just on the bottom of it. So that's why if you don't get to the throttle early enough here, that's why you're gonna lose time, because we have that straight after that, which you will lose time during. So concentrate on your exit for turn 1 will be the best thing for you to gain your time. So don't try to over push that corner, just get it right, get on throttle at the right time, and you should be good.
Michael,
Yeah. Yep.
in turn 1, is that a hard brake or a trail braking?
You're gonna slow as much as possible in a straight line. You're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna gain much probably in trail braking here, because you want to use the coasting. You want to coast to the corner after that. So don't think I trail brake too much here. Tiny bit, but that's just my driving style.
Alright.
It's possible to trail brake in every corner, pretty much. So still doable, but I don't think you will gain like half a second by doing it or not in turn 1. Coming to turn 2. So braking reference is this side road that we have on the left. So I think I'm braking like in the middle of start and beginning of that small road right there. Yeah, just before, right at it. So this is your reference for turn 2. So again, similar to turn 1, you're gonna brake in the straight line, and you want to be on throttle really soon for that corner. So I'll go slowly and just take a look. So again, braking hard, straight line as much as possible, starting to turn the car, release the brake, coasting, and then back full throttle really quickly. Because again, we have the camber here that just grip the car. See, there's still a lot of camber in this corner, so that's why you could get on throttle way earlier than probably what you think. Going uphill, good camber, so you back full throttle, and on the exit, you're going to use as much track as possible for quality lap. In a race, maybe I will not push that much. I will go over the curb, close to the wall, and then just want to go like close as possible as the wall. This curve is fine to use. There's nothing that will bump you off the car like other here. So this one is fine. So if you want to try this and during quality, it's fine. Now one more thing for turn 2. So if you have a bad exit on turn 1 here, you will try to, if someone is behind you, it's during a race, so you will want to defend, keep the inside line here. If you go on the outside of this corner, there's like no grip at all. If you're not here on the bottom of the corner and you try to go up here, because down here we have a bunch of camber, but like here it's almost flat, so you have way less grip. And so if you want to defend against someone that's attacking you, stay on the inside, keep your car on the bottom here, and if someone tries something from the outside, it's probably never gonna work here. So the difference of grip here is so big. So try to get as close at the white line here, and then the exit use on the track that we have, even though better we don't have a lot of runoff to use a much drive, because going up the mountain we have those walls that are all the way until we get to a forest elbow. So we're gonna go to turn 3. So turn 3, this one, so you want to go again close to the wall on the right this time, and you want to cut. You'll see here that I'm doing it flat, but some car might be better to just do a small lift here and then get on brake right after that. Was confident enough to keep it, but it's not like I gain much shine. I don't even know if I gain like 0.1 second here because I stayed flat. So to be safe during a race, just do a small lift and then you'll be good to do turn 3. And let's go slowly. See, I'm gonna get close to the wall on the left, and right after I'm straightening up the wheel, trying to get the steering as much as possible. So I want to brake, like aiming a little bit beside the Audi sign that is in front of me. So I want to try to brake as a straight line as much as possible, but we're still turning a bit for this corner. So that's why maybe it's a good idea to just do a small lift before turn 3 to prepare for turn 4. So going back just a tiny bit. So right when I finish exit turn 3, that's where, see, that's where I'm going back on the brake. And then release, and I want to go as close as possible as the wall again. So I want to keep it here because again we have camber here. Maybe not as much as turn 1. But still a bit on it, and you will see on the exit when you get like here, get like flat or camber is on the other side, so the car could be loose a bit on the corner here, so you need to be careful on your throttle here. In my case here, I stay the second, so I have the McLaren just prefer the second here, and it also prevent a little bit of wheel spin on corner exit. So yeah, go close your back full throttle, just let the car roll on the right. You want to go like white line, that's it pretty much. Before I go further, is there any question on the first 4 corner? Okay. So from exit of turn 4 until 9, it's possible to do it flat. But the important thing to be able to do it flat, it's the line. If your line is wrong between exit of 4 and turn 9, you will not be able to do it flat. It's like impossible. Even if I try, my line is not correct here for turn 8, I think I will tell you when we get there. It's like impossible for me to do it flat. So you want to use as much track as possible, so you want to build your confidence to get close to the wall, because to be able to carry all that speed you need to use all the track that's available for you, and that also means to go like really close to the wall. Maybe you could try and practice, you bank your on quali, you bank your first lap, and then you try to push to improve. And during a race, I'll tell you, there's a couple of plays I could just do a tiny lift just to carry a little bit less speed, but it's also way more safer. So better lose like point something second than hitting the wall and have a couple of seconds of damage that you need to fix or completely destroy your car, because it's really easy to do it here. So we'll go slowly, a little bit slower. So see, I'm going to use all the track that I could. This curve I want to go close, not touch it again. This one I could finish on it, it's fine. But the important part is here. So if I want to, a lot of people will lift here, and that's fine. During race I will probably lift like around here, do a tiny lift to get that corner right, just to be safe. But it's possible to do it flat, but you need to be close to the wall here to use all the track that is available for you to make, because you'll see if we continue like this, we'll exit really close to the next one. So still a little bit of space, but sometimes if I do the line wrong before this part, I will touch the wall like easily on the exit here. So a lot of people on the race will like to lift. Let's go exit of turn 4. So here it should be fine to be flat. Some people like to do a small lift here. So that will be turn 8. 6, sorry. Do a small lift here. So you don't want to get too close to this wall. And we'll also do tiny lift here. But in quali mode, you could try it. You'll see if your car could do it. If you have the you are confident enough to try it, do it. Because batters is all about confidence. That's the track going up and down the mountain between those walls. You just need to build slowly your confidence to do it.
May I ask a question, Mika?
Yeah, sure.
In the turn previous to this one, there is a water drainage. Does that still have as much effect on the cars as it did in version 1.8?
This one?
There's that one there that used to bounce the cars.
Yeah.
And then the next corner after this one, there's one on the right-hand side again on the exit. Right, coming up here, that next drainage right in front of you. Do they still have the bounce to them that they used to?
You should not be like on
Getting
this
that
drain.
close.
No, to this one. I never have a problem with this one. If you touch it, you're already in trouble for next turn, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. The previous one that going uphill didn't seem. I remember that before, like 1.8, and that was way more bouncing the car when you touch it, but now it seems to be fine. I didn't get any problem when I was practicing, so
Okay.
should be good.
Thanks, Mika.
Yeah. So all this long enchantment corner, so just practice your line through there. That's how we do this part. Line is very important. So coming to turn 9, so you're going up, downhill, and turning left. So what you want to do, let me slow it down. We'll do the lift when we get to the top of the mall bum and get back. So let's play it again. Getting top, releasing the just the throttle, don't touch the brake. So because we're going up and down like really quickly, just want to release it throttle so I get some weight on the front while going down, so I can start turning the car to make this turn, because we're still going pretty fast, like 231 right here. And
I have a question, Michael.
yep.
The reason why you don't get on, or you don't brake for this corner, because of it going up and then downhill, does it upset the car's balance?
Yeah, you could lose the rear probably easy.
Okay.
It's just way safer to do it like that than touching the brake there.
Okay, got you.
It's like similar to Paul Ricard at the end of the straight. It's way safer to do the corner on throttle than off throttle. So that's why you get back on throttle really quickly. So getting to the apex here, you have the curve here, but this one I don't recommend to touch it. It could unbalance the car. It was like that previously, and it's still like that. So I just avoid that one, and there's still plenty of space to do the corner right. Still full throttle here without touching it. So just don't touch that one, and don't touch that one on the exit here. Did I? Yeah, I was right on the edge, but I remember some lap that I touch it, and if you touch it too much, you will just go straight here and miss the next one, like turn 10. Turn 10, there's will be different between cars here. So you'll see from this one, I do a tap of the brake. I keep my foot a tiny bit on the throttle to just get some stability on the rear. I remember when I was doing the AMG, I was just doing a lift here was not even touching the brake. So you'll need to try to find what's worked the best for your car and your setup. I guess because it's a mid-engine car here, I prefer to get a tiny bit. You'll see. Let's go slowly. So going to go on the left, but I want to already start tapping the brake here. And I want to, like, you want to enter the corner, you'll see it, like, slowly. I don't want to stay on the left. There's some bump here and you don't want to be there. It's too far on the left. So you want to cut and be as close as the wall here. It's dipping like right in front of me, like the corner a bit. So you want to be here. Really close to the wall. And then you tap the brake, slow for the second. This curve you could attack it a bit. You could go on the green. It's fine. This one is fine to use. So then when you're done the corner, brake again for the next one. Start to turn. So this part here until the dipper is all like rhythm, like doing the corner, tap the brake. Doing the next one, you turn, you tap the brake, turn, tap the brake. We'll go it faster after that. So let's watch it full speed from the inside and take a look at the brake input and throttle. So it's really, there's a couple of corner there, but you want to take it like, try to take it as one corner and just try to get to the rhythm of it, because it is rhythm. Just go tap, two corner, brake when car straight, turn, brake again, and just back full throttle. It is a really hard play because when you on the top of the mountain, you don't see the corner. The next corner is a blind one, but you need to know where to aim the car to try to do the first one. So first one, really, like you saw, really tiny tap of the brake, or some car will be able to just do a lift. And during the race, I'll probably brake a lot more than this, just to be safe, because like you saw the video that tiny video that I posted earlier, the car just went on the side, and that's not uncommon here. It's not the first time that it happened to me. So during the race, I will just bring everything down. So which one more time from the outside. And then when you get to the dipper you want to get. So what will happen in this corner? Like, it dips a lot. The corner have its name. Like here, when you get to this part, your left front wheel will probably not even touch the track anymore. So, and when you get back on some track, then you get all the grip to make the next one. So like here, you lost like the front grip, but then it grips back, and then you should be back full throttle. Any question for this section?
For the dipper, I'm noticing you're turning in really, really early. It doesn't seem to send you into the wall. Is that just the lack of front grip through there? Again, I mean, I'm definitely not going as fast as you are, but it seems like you're turning the wheel almost 90 degrees before you can even see the apex of the corner.
Yeah, I just want to throw the car in the like hole that it's here. Try to turn the car as much, yeah. It's because you'll get your grip on the exit, but you're coming still coming pretty fast for this section. And when you watch it full speed, see that you don't have a lot of time for braking, so just want to try to slow down the car as with any ways possible. So I'm training a lot. That how I'm driving it. Maybe you don't need to. In other car, maybe if I try another one, I don't know if the MG, if I was turning that much, probably because
No,
it has a front engine.
actually, Michael, I do pretty much the same thing. I think it's because, like, what you were saying is that the front wheels, just when you're coming to that corner, or I notice on my replays that I'm turning before I'm even at the corner because the front wheels are kind of sliding there when you turn. Same as because I'm riding a McLaren too, but you're turning. It seems like you're turning early, and you are, but the tires aren't gripping up until the car dips down. That's what it seems like to me. Then the car dips down, they bite, and then away the car goes, kind of thing. It's almost like they're in the air, like you're saying,
Yeah.
because all the weight's gone off the nose, and you're turning. Now those wheels are actually kind of sliding, and then it bites and turns. But that's like you're saying. It's all about the rhythm of that corner. You gotta set yourself up with a rhythm.
Yeah. Yeah, rhythm is really important for that section for sure.
Got it. Okay.
And we'll come to turn. So, after you get to the dipper, get back full throttle here, and it's flat for this one, and this one. Then, coming to prepare for reversible, because you start to prepare your braking from here. Even though we are just a turn 17, for reversible is 18, so you want to you prepare your braking here, and braking will be super important for reversible. So what you do just before, so when you get to turn 17, you're gonna do a lift here, goes, and then you get on brake here, but we're going downhill. If you go full brake here, you're gonna lock the wheel while the car will be going down, and it will just increase your braking distance, and you will make the apex of forward elbow and lose all your speed to Conrad straight, and if someone's behind you, then it's over. That's the best place to pass here. It's probably Conrad straight, and turn 1, 2 is difficult to pass. Turn 23, the last one, could also be the place, but here will be the safest one. So let's go slow. I'm already on the brake, and take a look at the brake. So not 100%, but then when the car starts to go back down, then I'm back full throttle, full brake. So again, slowly turning. And when I start to turn for the next one, I'll lift. Top brake, but like 50. When the car is pointing down, back 100% on the brake.
I have a question actually, again, Michael.
Yep.
So about the braking, I'm a very I guess feeling. I like to pair my feeling with my braking, like the feeling in the steering wheel. So would you say a good indicator to go from like half brake to full brake is when the steering wheel starts to get heavy? It's like a good way of putting it. Because then that's like when I feel like
Yeah,
the
you'll feel because the car is pointing down, back down. So because you're gonna
Mhm.
lose weight on the front wheel while on top of the hill, you'll
Mhm.
you'll also be braking, so you put in more weight on the rear. Then when it's going down,
Okay.
yeah, you could
Okay, so
use that,
got
yeah.
you, got you, got you.
So braking, and then I'm releasing air, and go slowly. So you have those Bentley board air, and when you get to like this one, the last one that's higher, so this part of the wall is higher in next one. So when you get to this from the inside view, that's my reference. That's one of the reference I'm using to get back on throttle. Go back just a tiny bit. See, still braking. See, I'm starting to see the wall, so that's where I want to get back full throttle. And then you're on the bottom of the hill. Just have a lot of weight on the front wheel. And then you exit as close as possible to to the wall to carry as much speed during that long straight. Let's go one more time from the outside and take a look at the brake and throttle. And we are on the straight. So if you try to pass someone here on the straight, you'll need to be careful because going side by side in turn 20, which is the next one that's coming right there, it's really hard. It doesn't seem hard, but somewhere here there's a bump and could unbalance the car easily. I see so many accidents here that someone's trying to pass here, get the bump, hit the car, and they are on the wall on the other side. It's really easy to set the car on the outside of this corner. So just be careful. Try it in practice before trying it on the race. So at least you see what the car will do if you try to drive on the outside of here. So coming to 21. So a lot of people will use the board. There's the 150 and 100. You brake like almost in the middle of it, but don't like to use that because those boards are a good chance that it will be gone during the race because of what I just said about the previous corner. If someone get off here, they're gonna take out the 150 and it'll be hard to find your braking point. So you need to try to find something else that works for you. So what I'm using, it's hard to see on the stream, but when I'm driving at just less, there's a patch of grass that's lighter. I don't know if I'm looking like far behind from for this one, or it might be this one. I'm not sure on the stream, so it will be hard, but I'm trying to gauge with this patch here. It's like almost middle of 150, a little bit before half of it. So try again those practice, go knock those board and try it. That's the only way you will find the one that work the best for you. Because except of the grass here, there's not much else you could use. If you look around, it's nothing. The wall is all the same color, and it's not much indication where. So the
There's
thing is
a
to try and keep an eye on
some
the tree on front, so you could judge like distance of that and stuff like that. Yeah.
there's a small bush off to the right above the wall that can be used. Um, I usually just try my best to judge where it is off to the right.
Yeah, there's a small
But you
one
can see it
here.
on the approach.
Yeah, so try it, and like I said, go on also to practice, knock those board, or do it then offline if you want. Doesn't matter. Try it. If you never try it, you'll be like so surprised when you get here and you don't have any marker because you always use those board, and that happened a lot. Get in the race and then losing like a bunch of time because I was braking like too early because I don't want to go too far on the braking, so was braking way too early. But now you just try it so you'll be safe for the race. So you're coming fast, so you want to brake in a straight line as much as possible again. Starting to turn the car, avoid the curb, and back full throttle on the apex that was just right there. Because we have camber here, so you see there's a lot of camber in this corner, but you'll see when you start to doing it, at the exit of it, it's easy to have the car loose on the back because if you watch it, so we have camber. When you get to the top here, no more camber. See, I have to do a correction here just because of that. That's exactly why, because we are losing weight on the rear, because we lose the camber, and I have to do that small correction there. Next one is flat. Don't use too much of this one. You could use, I was pushing hard here, so I use it, but it's fine to use this one to just put the car like on it. But if you go too much, you get on the grass. You don't have a lot of spare space after that. And coming to the last corner. Again, here what I'm using is the. So right after the 100-meter board, it's probably not. I'm using the lighter patch of dirt that's right after that, which is here. So I think you see it a bit better when I'm farther. Well, when I'm playing, it's easy to spot it. This one, um, always use that, and you also have the board on the left that you could use the wording. So like almost the second one, and just so right after you, the 100-meter board, you could use that. What board the best for you? For me, is the lighter patch of dirt that's on the ground.
Can also use the red and white striping on the pit entrance there. If you can't, like if you're side by side.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I use.
yeah, yeah. That'll work too, especially in side by side, like you said, will work really good. So breaking, trying to hit the apex. I missed the apex here. Got a little bit further. It's not too bad. And then when you exit, you just want to put your tire there just to give you the extra like grip to finish the corner. A little bit aggressive here. If we take a look, full speed will bumps a bit the car. A bit too much aggressive on the exit, but since the finish line is just after the corner, it didn't lose a bunch of time. I think when like somewhere here that you finish your lap. So it's not where we start in front there. There. Any question on any part of the track?
Could I see your line into turn 2? Turn 2? Yeah, turn 2. The like the start of the hill.
Yep.
And then like the whole line going all the way up to turn 3 and 4. So, quick question about 3. Would you use as a turn, or do you use a turning reference, or it's just like a feel?
No, I'm not using any turn reference. It's just
Okay.
that I got that question like before. I think because I'm playing in VR, it might help because you have the sense of depth. But on screen, I see why people will ask for it because you don't have the depth. Sometimes it's useful because you don't see, kind of turn your head to see the corner properly. Uh,
Mhm.
if someone have any advice on that one that play on the screen, could let me know.
Just from a if we use turn in or what the turn in is.
Well, what the turning point is really, so I can kind of, because coming into 3, it's more so a feel for me. I haven't been using like a turn-in point,
Yep.
so I would always screw up turn 4 I'd
Yep.
either overshoot it and make the corner way too long. So I want to
So
know like, Mhm.
I had a similar conversation with somebody earlier about this today, and like I use partly feel too because I'm trying to determine what the objective is approaching the corner in reverse.
Mhm.
Right? So you turn in early for 3 to widen up 4 so you can make it around 4. Right? So you can use like that black marker area where the track kind of turns because that's where
Okay.
the bend of the road initially starts. And then you can adjust your braking rotation based on how early you need to brake by the speed you're carrying through. But you're moving too fast to have a turn-in point, really. Right? It's
Okay.
narrow, it's quick. You're only really trying to get the car set up so it doesn't really, I don't want to say it doesn't make sense, but it's just there's too much happening to have a turn-in point. It's like at the top of the mountain. There's too much happening to have a turn-in point. You just know that your objective is to get the car rotated. So
Okay.
you get the car rotated early enough so that the rotation can finish, and however long that takes, that's your turn-in.
Okay. Got you.
Anything else?
Really, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
This track's hard to do a walkthrough for. Just mostly crying half the time.
It is a hard track. You need to build your confidence slowly and try to then
I
push it to know the limit where you're gonna start to hit the wall.
I will say that like one of the you may have already covered this because I came in a little late, but one of the things about Bathurst that I find that helps me is if you treat it like a narrow road more than a racetrack, it's a little easier to kind of build confidence up because a large part of the track you're not passing on anyway. And
No,
so if you can follow cars,
yeah,
easier.
if you go up the mountain, like normally, no one should try to pass you going uphill.
Mhm.
Like unless you screw up like turn four and you get like way too wide, someone could easily pass in turn four. But if you are able to do it normally, as said, and fast enough, no one will pass you on the going
Right.
uphill.
So
It's just way too dangerous to try to attempt a pass over there.
right. So find lines that'll help you stay safe.
Yeah.
And then it'll be easier for you to build up confidence. Like everyone does it ass backwards. They try to go fast and then they try to fix it after, but they're crashing all the time. So it never works. If you try to find safe lines first and then work backwards, then you're like, all right, on this one corner, I'm going to try pushing, or on this one corner, I'm going to carry more speed in. And you can build speed over several laps, and then you'll kind of get a rhythm for what works.
Yeah.
You can't do that if you're crashing.
No. And if you do one mistake here, you're going to touch up walls while going
Mhm.
up. So it's not uncommon. Even when I will race, I might touch the wall on the side because I'm trying to push too much. Just get like a bit of damage on the side of the car. It's not too bad, but if you do add like doing the same thing every lap, then it's gonna start to add up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
'Cause-
frustrating, I think. I think it's frustrating with Bathurst because if you make a mistake in the middle sector, people try to pass you there when like cover. And so that can be a little frustrating because like they don't know that there's not enough and they create crashes.
yeah, yeah. Be cautious on lap one going up the mountain because it could happen easily that someone will get something in skyline or dipper and then it block the road like completely. So if you hear engineer saying yellow flag, check out your meme up where you are and where the incident are.
Hmm.
So what I do for all the trial, I'm using the mini map. I using the full map so I could see where the yellow. Because you could use a mini map and only have like small portion of the track you're in. But if that happen, you don't see where the yellow flag is. But with the full map, you could see where it is. So
Yeah.
just get help
Yeah,
to
there's a lot of crashes in practice that can be really helpful. Like we were running earlier today and people would hit the wall like on the other side of the track and I would still check to be like, where's that crash? Am I going towards it or am I driving away from it? And if I'm going towards it, like, oh shit, if I'm driving away from it, then keep going.
yeah, because we're not supposed to pass on yellow flag. If there's a yellow flag in front of you, car behind you not supposed to pass you.
All right.
Hmm.
Those rules still apply in sim racing, even though we forgot to follow the yellow flag because a lot of time when you're doing practice or something, sometime car just stop after the turn one to go back to pit. We are a lot of yellow flag, but we never take care of it. But during the race, still have the rule that apply to you.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you can treat it as like uh, tighten the lineup until you're past the accident because some people are going to try to push through yellow flags and they shouldn't, and it's too narrow here to really fit. So if they're not going to follow until I get yell at them later, it's probably a better idea to just be aware of that for the sector that you're in and then get back on again. So
Yep.
Agreed. Michael, do you have a clip of you entering the pits by chance?
No, but we could
Okay.
still go it.
Okay. Um,
Just going.
because I know about that chicane in the pits, and I always like fly over it.
Yeah, yeah. That's one thing. Camera's not level. Just a sec.
just proud of you though. You almost made it.
Hmm?
Michael, the free camera is pretty good.
Yeah, I was there, but it was not level and didn't like it because I was during the mountain and the car was a little bit on the angle, so it
Mhm.
carried that angle through here. So yeah, some people, if you practice it, you could like cut very aggressively on those two curve here and even this one.
Okay.
I prefer not to do it during the race because if you miss one, you might end up like here in the tire there. So,
Yeah.
but it is. I saw it when if I play when I was racing more competitively. Sometimes I was trying, but that's something that you need to practice. Like you will practice the track because
Yeah.
Hmm.
you're gonna be aggressive on those two curve. But some league doesn't let you be that aggressive on it. So it depends on the words. If it is a steady ring between the white line,
Hmm.
some league like they clearly said you cannot cut those curves.
Mm. Also,
So
the speed difference can be different because like a lot of folks don't practice for pit entries. So you're coming in really aggressive and it's kind of blind on the entry to the pits.
yeah,
So I've seen people smash into the back of each other just because they're coming in at twice the speed and the guy in front just petering through and just bam runs in the back of him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
It's not an easy one because of the SS. Yes, you could carry a lot of speed if you practice it and if it's safe to do it.
Hmm. And this is more like a general in terms of pit questions. So I've been doing this thing where I'd get down to first gear, not necessarily get down to 50 kilometers an hour, and then I press the button, and then my car just kind of abruptly stops to the 50. Does that hinder or does that damage the engine, or it's not a big deal to do that?
No, no,
No. Okay.
it'll pull you down to that speed, but it won't can't like over rev it
No,
Okay.
because you're already in a gear, right? So there's nothing to
Yeah.
do. You're not adding RPM. You're not changing gear because you're already in first, so you can't really hurt it.
Okay. Okay. I just wondered. I was like, I wonder if this damages the car.
Yeah, no, but I will say that it is what people do screw up is that they rely too much on that limiter to
Hmm.
stop the car.
Hmm.
And so they come in at let's say 80 kilometers an hour and they push the button and they don't know how long they've traveled. And so they roll across the line at like 51.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
so, it's always good. It's better to be on the brakes and just know what the dash says when the limiter's on and all these other things so that you know for
Hmm.
sure the limiter is on and slow down like right to 50 or right below 50. Then hopefully coast through at 52 and get pinged for no reason.
Okay. That makes sense.
yeah. So your entry here, it's here. That's the line for your 50 kilometer. So you have plenty of time to slow down before that. And this is your exit. So from here, you cannot do the turn flat. You need to lift a bit to be able to do the turn from the pit. And then you get back full throttle and the pit exit is. This one is safe. Like you're not in the line, the car will exit here unless there's a battle there 2x2. Just be careful. But it should be a safe one compared to the other track.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Not so much a question, but I tried some of the things you just showed me and it knocked almost 5/10 off my best time. So that's good information.
That's good. That's what we want.
Hmm. Love you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
No problem. I prefer to thank you.
And when
Yeah,
will